Welcome to Reality NSFW coverage of the Challenge All-Stars 3, Episode 9. I'm Jonny Fairplay. I'm joined by Lauren Pratt, Alex Trias. We got the band back together. For those of you tuning in for the first time ever, we do basically a scene-by-scene breakdown and analysis of reality television, and we're talking the Challenge All-Star 3, Part 1 of TJ's final. And boy, it was a doozy.
It was a fun one. And we'll be going over it, but I'm a big fan of what all the outcomes were, of what the twists were, how the format is. I'm for it.
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't sit there going, "Ooh, like that. That's a little jarring. That seems forced. Why are you doing like it?" It seemed like the fairest way to do what they're doing.
Right. The only person who would have had a face like that would have been Derek after getting manhandled by our boy. We didn't believe in him, Johnny. We did not believe in him last week, and we should have.
I think I did.
No, like in your heart, you were rooting for him, but we were both like, they're only showing this because Derek's gonna come out in the first couple minutes and end up winning.
Yeah, y'all thought Derek was gonna take that one for sure.
Yeah, so we'll get to it. So previously on the challenge, some shit went down. We have Naya and Jonny in front of bunk beds. I feel like this is the worst previously on yet.
It was kind of bland.
Honestly, I missed it.
There was, they were just standing in front, like we've seen, the lightning in the background. We've seen them coming out of the water. We've seen moments. And it was literally them just Jonny and Naya standing in front of bunk beds. But they actually said previous on the challenge, some shit went down. And I'm like, I'm not even going to give you credit for the profanity, which I love.
They could at least have them jumping off the bunk beds, something, just not standing there.
They're phoning it in. It's the final.
Or revealing who the treehouse farter was.
There you go.
That's true.
I gotta live with that. Pete knows.
Pete knows, but will not tell.
I know. Anyway, so we are back to the conclusion of the Eliminator. Light My Fire, I believe, was the name of that Eliminator. And for those of you not paying attention online, and Alex, I'm guessing you missed this since you have everything the challenge blocked across all social media to avoid spoilers.
You know I
do. Wes apologized to Derek online for on last week's episode. He said, you're not going to have a family to come back to. So he was just like, look, it was the heat of the moment. He goes, looking back in retrospect, he goes, that did not play well. I'm sorry. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he knew he needed to apologize. And I did see that one. And I totally buy it also, where he was just 100% ready to go in. So he was already amped up. So when it doesn't go his way yet again, and now his best friend's down there, he's like, okay, I'm just going to say some things that are going to hurt you.
Yeah, I mean, he's pissed. I mean, he
could have been Naya who kept telling Nehemiah to break him.
Yes. So, but I also feel the apology comes a lot easier knowing that your boy wins.
Oh yeah, so much easier.
Yeah.
But also, this episode, I think, further lights the fire of our suspicions about Naya and Nehemiah.
Maybe.
I mean, they're showing it.
they are. So,
just a tad. It's there. There is something there.
I think so.
They're not completely punching us in the face with their usual challenge rhetoric, but it's there.
Maybe not, but it feels like the clues are being dropped. So next, Nehemiah explains to us, the viewers, he's going to eat Derek alive. And boy, does he.
My God. It's one of those, like Mark even says, Derek, I think this time you actually bit a little more than you could chew. I mean, they kept saying, Nehemiah, we haven't been seeing him working out. Like, oh, he must be weird. The dude's still jacked.
Yeah.
And he just showed it right there. He's just like, I'm just going to keep flipping you onto your back.
Yeah. So,
and I think, too, a lot of people expected Derek to win that as well because of that epic elimination he had in the past with Joss. So, I mean, I also went in expecting like Derek, yes, he's small, but he's also scrappy. But at the same time, Nehemiah is just a big dude.
Yeah. I mean, he's bigger, but Derek is best when he's fighting from underneath. I mean, like, in MMA, you'll have people, you have guys pull guard, just to like, that's where they want you. But they're also in the same weight division, and I don't think that Nehemiah and
they're not in the same. But neither are Joss and Derek. Like, Joss is bigger than Nehemiah, and Derek was able to pull it out. But I think it's actually what Nia says in the confessional, where I was like, you do not go into elimination where your life in this game's on the line, and then say, "I'm taking the easy out."
Yeah,
you do not say that to someone who has pride.
No. I don't think it would have been any different if he had chosen Wes.
No.
Because like, he explains, he's like, I guess I picked wrong. And I'm like,
honestly,
no.
I feel like he would have been better off picking Wes, because I think he would have had more fire to go against Wes than Nehemiah. I feel like Nehemiah's like the amped up, we go against each other on the shows type of thing. There's actually a vendetta there between him and Wes that he wants that revenge back for.
Maybe he could have fueled him.
Yeah. And he would have actually been working from under, like not in the physical sense, but in the metaphorical sense.
Yeah.
He talked Nehemiah into playing the underdog here.
Yeah.
Instead of being the underdog.
Okay, so the authority was Brad, right?
No, Mark.
So Mark was he could have called in Brad.
Yeah.
Is Brad an easier win?
No, I think Brad
beard will get in your face.
That's true.
You won't be able to breathe.
I don't think anyone's like.
There wasn't an easy out. There was no easy option.
No. That's when you drag some goats to the end and not let these fucking badasses make it that far.
But they're all friends. We have to bring each other together.
Well, this was a friendly motherfucking robbery. According to West, it's a motherfucking robbery. And this is only to be replied by Nehemiah. Yeah, I'm the easy one.
I thought there was a point where Derek was just about to announce his fucking retirement.
I thought so too.
He was like pulling his jersey out. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. So no, I think he was contemplating it, and then he was just like, ooh, like this is a really good payday, win, lose, or draw. I like these. So, and as much as we all love, the wife and kids, vacation from them is also well enjoyed sometimes.
He's the excuse for saying, I could potentially win $250,000 for you.
Yeah. So it's time for the ladies to match up, and this one was a barn burner,
dude. They went at it. There was claws and nails, blood everywhere. No, it was what we predicted last week.
Yes, it's Kayla versus Kellyanne. They both won it. I feel Kayla wanted it a little more than Kellyanne did.
I think Kayla would have beaten Kellyanne for sure.
So, but TJ says, let go of the poll. And you will never tell me telling either one of those girls that. I assure you.
We know that.
So,
and Kayla's actually pissed off. She's just like, I wanted this right now.
Yes.
Damn.
So, we see TJ addressing the guys, and he's just like, look, Derek, you it didn't work out. He was just like, but I envy you, dude. He was like, he goes, you're what the challenge is about, and I can't wait to see you back. You're going to be back. And, and Derek does not announce his retirement because he's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to come back.
Yeah, thinking about that payday, right? I mean, you're not going to just stop now because he knows he's going to keep getting asked back for these.
I mean, the dude can't go from last week's episode saying, I got another 10 years in me to then go, I quit.
Yeah. Is he on the next one or no?
I don't think they've officially announced the season 4 yet, so...
Okay.
But then again, I have all that type of stuff blocked and muted.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Fair enough. I keep confusing. Oh.
There's too many new challenges.
He's not on the next MTV one.
There are so many challenges. I did not know. I finally watched like the full trailer for the Challenge USA so it finally explained what the fuck it was. And so apparently to represent USA, you had to have been on CBS and not MTV. And Love Island, a show that's canceled, and you can represent the United States. And then we're gonna have the Challenge the World.
No, this one is one of 4 challenge series going on. There's one I know there's one in Australia. There's one in like South America, I forget where, and one in Europe.
I think one's in Duluth, Minnesota.
I think they're all being filmed at Big Bear though.
Sweet.
But then the winners of those 4 shows will then go into I think it's going to be like a mini series on Paramount Plus where the champions of all 4 of the shows will compete to have like an ultimate winner
on the Challenge the World.
Yeah.
But to represent the US, you had to have been on a CBS
show. And technically when they filmed, Love Island was still a CBS property.
Okay. Fair enough.
Even though TJ doesn't know what Love Island is.
No. And he's not overly impressed with Big Brother as well.
No, I love that. He's only impressed, as he should be, with the Survivor players.
Yeah, only Survivor.
And there's 3 amazing race players that are going to be on it, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, it'll be interesting.
I've met one of the Amazing Race kids. I'm bigger than him, which
one is it? Is it Leo?
No, maybe I've met 2 of them then. No. I think I just met one. I can't remember. It was the couple that he proposed to his partner at the end. It's like the blonde model and then the other guy.
One of them.
I know you're talking about, but I don't watch The Amazing Race.
Okay, well, the blonde model.
2 seasons ago, something like
that.
Is
it like James or something?
Yeah. So the blonde model is kind of like a stud. He's not the one playing. It's the other one.
Another one.
So, John, you're saying this is the season that they should have called you for?
No. Still no.
Still no? You don't want to go into a hall brawl with Danny McRae?
No, I do not want to. If Danny McRae is not in the hall brawl, something is wrong in this.
I will say, in one of the previews, it looks like he's in the hall brawl.
Okay, yes. I did not pause it purposely because
I didn't pause it, but I was like, dude, big jack dude with some hair coming out of the back of the.
Yeah.
It looked like Danny, and I'm praying.
I think Tyson has braids too, though, right?
Yeah, they look identical.
I don't think you would confuse them, but they you get pads and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? It's for the best. Like, how could you be on that show when you're on like the 2 other versions of like mole-esque shows, Snake in the Grass on USA?
Oh, that's true. I am on both of those.
You are on the promo. Speedo and all.
I am on the picture that you could.
The best picture ever
of my social media.
Yes.
And with a lot of congrats from Ethan and Sandra and Earl, who was there.
Oh, that's great.
Can I go ahead and give a spoiler?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
I win.
Oh, damn. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I can't believe you spent all that time filming and they let you podcast from your house still.
Yep. I actually podcasted on location. They made a replica of it was just a green screen.
Well, I will say allegedly they let Tyson do the same thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Allegedly, rumor and innuendo.
On the challenge?
During the Survivor season, because he had the Ringer podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while on set, I believe he was still recording. Like there was a physical video of him doing the podcast for the episodes.
Oh, wow. All right. There you go.
That perks.
There we go. All right. Let's see. Everyone come down. Congrats on making it to the next challenge. And it starts now. Everyone get dressed. Mark mysteriously or magically gets his uniform on.
Just a snap of the fingers and they're ready.
Yes. And the challenge is Wall of Fame. And for anyone that's ever watched Big Brother, this is that.
Yeah, essentially.
Do they even do that anymore? I know they did it forever. Like, you had the wall and people would memorize, the location of the the pictures, when they would go gray and stuff. And there would sometimes be a challenge
They
about,
do like variations of it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the more recent stuff's been like face morphs where they'll use all the people's pictures and then morph all their faces together. And you have to figure out which 2 or 3 people are combined in the picture.
Sure. So you have to remember like who took a really shitty picture, doesn't look like them when you're trying to.
100%.
Yes. All right. Well, so based on this board with all these pictures of people in a final that they previously competed in, TJ has a bunch of questions, and then there's a bunch of names. There's each person has their own question, and you don't want to be last.
You don't want to be last. You'll be running a full minute and a half behind the first leg.
Was it even a minute and a half?
No, actually, it may have not been because he literally said the first place people were running 30 seconds ahead of everyone. But I wonder if it was 30-second intervals.
30-second, 30, yeah. Okay, so, but whatever. And this is scored to Do Me by BBD, Belle Bib DeVoe. I would have shown you the record, but I sold it like 2 months ago.
I'm sure you have better ones.
I do have better records than better.
No shade to them.
I love that song.
No, it's a good song.
I think I prefer Poison, but I like Do Me. I don't know. Maybe I like Do Me better. I feel like Do Me is more representative of me. But I don't know. This is a story for another time.
Very, very true.
The story for the Q&A.
But you know what? Wes has decided I'm no longer going to sandbag these competitions.
And he's been sandbagging the entire time. And guess what? He might have been.
I mean, he's a smart dude. When this challenge was announced, I was like, oh, Wes is easily winning this. I wouldn't have labeled Nehemiah the second person. I would have thought Jonny would have been the second person to finish it. But still. Good on him. Dude's a monster, and everyone is stupid for letting him get to this point.
He's also a person that always pays attention too. He does really well with that on all of his seasons that he plays in.
I would not be shocked if Wes saw the pictures on the wall and was like, obviously this is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, they didn't just put that there to be there.
Yeah, he was just like, because and TJ doesn't waste words. TJ is like, check out the picture board that I made for you.
And so, I mean, with all the time that he spends slow-mo running on the treadmill, he has to be thinking about something, and he's probably just thinking about the wall.
Yes. So, and I would not be shocked if he was like, hey, Nehemiah, you might want to take a look at that wall.
And Nehemiah was just like, I'll get to it.
but apparently
Nehemiah, you should get stars. I'm good.
I'm just chilling. No worries.
It'll come to me. And boy, did it.
The Black James Bond is here.
Yeah, he is. The Zen Master, Black James Bond. Sign him up for the next movie.
I want more nicknames. I'm here for every Nehemiah nickname he wants to give himself. So Westcom, the Nehemiah, and then the question of the day: who the fuck was eating a taquito? So
it was Cyrus.
It was.
I wouldn't mind. Who wouldn't mind a good taquito?
Did you see Cyrus's workout video this week on social media?
I missed it.
So it's him like he's drenching sweat. I mean, he's down like another 60 pounds. I mean, this dude, he's gonna be on the next challenge. Like he has written his fucking plane ticket. Like, here we go. So he's dripping with sweat. He takes off his shirt and he's draining it into a cup, and he fills up a full glass. And he's just like, this is how you fucking get this body. He goes, the fucking sweat that comes out of your body, you take it and you drink. He goes, I ain't drinking this shit. It's fucking sweat. He's like, y'all sick motherfuckers. So yes, I was just like, Cyrus. Oh my God, I'm just like, I don't know who told him to do that, but he shouldn't be doing that. Because a lot of people get bad advice.
Pass the glass off to somebody else and have them drink it.
Oh, I would love to pass the glass. All right. So next to complete its mark, then Jonny, and then Kayla's peeking at Naya.
Hey, Jonny. I'm just taking a step back.
Yes.
And when I'm nervous, I'm just looking around. I just happen to look to my left a lot.
Okay.
I just look this way, and oh, Johnny, look, you got some of the answers I don't have. Oh, okay, let me just try it. Let me try it.
Just stare for a couple extra 5 seconds, just see what's on the board.
Here's the thing. Cheating or no cheating, all's fair in the challenge.
I'm a firm believer in there should be dividers. You shouldn't be able to look.
Well, technically, there was a divider.
There was a divider.
But
they're just back. I'll just take one step back and fuck your divider.
Here's my thing with it. They never said anything that you couldn't do that. And so she's thinking smarter, and whether she actually looked or not, but I mean, she, did take a couple steps back.
The thing is, people play with certain morals or lack thereof. She plays in a moral of just let the better competitor win. But there's a reason why when Wes wins, he immediately shatters his board.
Yes. Well, I like that she cheated off Naya, but the second she got it off, it was called correct. She shattered her board as well.
Yes.
It's just what you do.
What a dick move.
hey, I'm here to win. That's that's her mentality right now. I need to pay for this wedding.
Yeah, I don't believe, I hate it, but if I were to go back, I would, at this point, it's just you're dumb if you don't.
Right. It's take the advantage you get. You could block her off.
Yeah.
If you see her doing it,
I'm
all you need to do is move your body a little.
Exactly. I'm a firm
believer.
Well,
and she has the option too to call it out.
Yeah. But I'm a firm believer, and you don't go through a player's bag on Survivor. And it's happened enough times now. I'm just I'm a fucking moron if I don't go through somebody's bag on Survivor, right?
I mean, old school versions of South African Survivor. If someone had their idol in there and you stole it, it was your idol.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was that. They had no rules back then. It was just I found the idol. Where is it? I have it now.
Nice.
Literally.
I like it. All right, so Kayla gets hers, then Kellyanne, and then Naya. So Naya and Brad are last, and TJ says, "I got some bad news. You're down, but you're not out." And all 8 of you are in the final, and it's just going to be a staggered start on the challenge, on the final.
I think that's fine. It's inoffensive for this type of challenge. And it also the other thing is that you get partnered up with your first leg, essentially.
Yeah.
So,
well, I would rather they do this than all the fucking Battle for Stars would have been a fucking 30-second head start.
Oh, absolutely. I like what they did with the Stars ultimately.
Yeah. So that's why I was the Stars could potentially be a 30-second head start. After all that.
I know. We were just oh no. What if we had all these ideas and it was just oh, you get a 10-second head start.
Yeah.
For all that hype that they did all season long about the Stars, and it would have been
the Stars.
Disappointment.
Game breaking.
Yeah. I'm okay. So it's time for we now know that it's 5 stars Nehemiah, which I'm excited for. And
5 stars Jonny.
And not 5 stars Jonny. And Naya's mad at Kayla, and with that we got "Are You Happy Now" by Michelle Branch, which
I thought that was so funny.
Possibly the most apropos song that Pete has put in the entire season.
I loved it. I loved that song being put there. Pete knows what he's doing, man.
Yes. So Kayla's look, I wasn't looking. I mean, I was kind of looking, but not really. But I don't think I was. Was I looking? And I goes, yeah, we're not friends.
He's I don't want to ruin this friendship. Girl, I didn't know you 4 weeks ago.
That made no sense. They didn't come in knowing each other, and Kayla's I just want us to be friends. And I was screw
it's
that.
We
never
were
friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, if Naya. So Naya is a flight attendant on private jets. I would like to be Naya's friend too. Also, I would like to be Kayla's very good friend.
Agreed. Perks. Either way.
Perks. Oh, both. I don't know what perks I like more. All right. So Jonny tells Naya to focus on yourself. like it does. Like TJ's not going to change the ruling. And once again, relax. It's fucking 15 seconds. It's not.
Also, I wouldn't have. Jonny is a good person. That's not the advice I would have given Nia.
No.
I would just be like, I would be like,
riled up.
you need to be only solely focused on that bitch the entire rest of this file. Like, you need to make sure she's gone. If you find a chance to trip her on our road, you trip her. If you have a chance to sink her, sink her.
And stay in your own head.
Yeah, stay in your own head. That will motivate you.
Yes. So because Jonny has to realize Nia is competition here.
But that's the thing. No one did see her as competition. They see her now as competition by the end of this episode, but there wasn't any reason throughout the season for people to truly believe she was this big threat.
She is.
Oh yeah.
So, and I think the entire season has told us the story. Like, this is Nia winning, right?
I don't know. We have changed course of what we've been thinking for most of this season, Jonny.
Have we? It's not looking good for Mark
or Kellyanne.
No, it's not looking good for Mark or Kellyanne.
Both of them are dead last at the end of the episode. Mark has the least amount of points with 3.
Yes.
Kellyanne has 5. But like right now, as we go into the final episode, Jonny and Nia, Jonny has 15 points, Nia has 13. If Jonny doesn't get those 5 points just from having the most stars, Nia's in the lead going into the final episode.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, my prediction was wrong thus far because I was like, oh, if Kellyanne gets to a final, she's going to do great. And here we are.
She's shit in the bed.
But like, I think they told a good enough story now where you can claim Jonny or Nia as a winner and that they have told a story for either of them.
I don't think, I mean, I guess they've told a good enough. I feel like the story is just 100% Nia at this point.
Yes, but I think like Jonny's story is like, you know, it's like when you win the title. Now the story is how do you keep the title?
Yeah.
And what you're doing it for. And that's what she's showing. This is what she's trying to prove. She's trying to be the first person since Veronica to win 2 straight finals, or first woman to win 2 straight finals. And that happened in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, Nia is a story of build your own confidence, be your own why, and if she wins, then and winning without Jordan, you know.
And TJ even said this is your redemption story.
Yeah.
So he has set the table for this as well. Like in addition, and
it's been clarified too for this season. There is just one winner out of all of them. Correct?
No, one woman, one man.
You're fighting for your share of 500,000.
So they're both one winner each will win 250.
Well, I mean, I think if Wes gets to suggest a split, I don't think it'll necessarily be.
I don't think they suggest splits on All Stars.
Is that not how this is going to go?
No one gets participation trophies in All Stars. It's old school, remember? They didn't believe in that stuff back then.
Oh, fair enough. So next we see Kellyanne massaging Mark. I would like a massage from Kellyanne.
I was waiting for this segment because I was like, me and you, Jonny, we would have both been like, to be Mark right now.
Yeah. So it's probably best they didn't show mini Mark.
Yeah, but we don't get the
stuffed Mark. See what I did there?
Hey,
Mini Mark does have its own theme music.
You're doing some good challenge, punch you in the face subtlety right there.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll be here all week. Or I'll be here next week. All right. Next, we see Wes wants Kellyanne to know that even though she's annoying, great times, and it's good to end this chapter in their lives together forever.
It's so crazy to me that they were dating at one point in time, and it was so long ago.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it just seemed very like, oh, we just need a random few seconds in here.
Yeah.
Throw it in.
Yeah, because it didn't feel like
there was no impact on the story other than you had a couple moments where Wes was like being a Kellyanne cheerleader in other moments during the season.
But I felt like there was a compliment hidden in there, and then like he did everything he could to subtract the compliment away. Every word he added to it.
Gotta keep kayfabe alive, brother.
Kayfabe, brother. So next we see a Skype call with Jonny's husband. Is that correct?
Yep. Yes.
Wow, that just the emotion was off the charts.
Hey, and they showed that right before the final. They're telling Jonny a story.
Yeah, that really had to pump her up. They said hi.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
All the personality was there. It was right there in front of him.
He's got a mullet. How is this guy like not the most entertaining dude on the planet with a mullet?
We don't know what time it was. It could have been very early. Didn't have his coffee yet.
If you have a mullet, the party never ends.
You know what? I've never had one, so I wouldn't be able to confirm that.
Ooh, why don't you grow a mullet?
I don't think my hair can do that.
I think it can.
I don't think it wants
hilarious.
It might be the best mullet.
You never know.
Yeah, that's what we all want is a Jewish white boy with a mullet.
Yes.
I'll think about it. I'll let my people talk to your people.
Okay. All right. My people respond half the time. Should be all right.
There you go.
So next we see that Kayla is the only one left in the treehouse. It's just her and the fart. That's all that remains.
Just her and it's just been lingering there.
The lingering part that I really want to know who it is. I'm guessing Veronica.
That'd be funny. Like, honestly, I was between Veronica and Tina.
Yeah. I'm cool with either one. Like,
what if it was low-key Ronnie?
I mean, I'm down for a low-key Ronnie fart. I mean, I just feel if it's Derek, it's a disappointment.
Oh, yeah. No, it
has to be one of the girls. It has to be.
And I don't want to think about Kayla ever farting.
I don't think she can.
Yeah, my girlfriend's never farted. I've been with my girlfriend for a year. She's never farted.
In front of you.
I don't even think she's farted outside of in front of me.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
So Wes is eating bread.
Yeah, he's carving up, brother.
While everyone else is drinking the wine.
Everyone's drinking. He's like, I need to carb up because these finals will kill you. And he knows because he's almost died on several of them.
Yes. So now the girls are cheering to the final. They all have unmatching wine glasses, except for Jonny, who is drinking straight from the bottle. Good
as a queen should.
Good on you, Jonny. So they ask Wes if he would like to cry with them. He says, no, I have to carb up. And it's time for the girls' pool party because nothing says getting ready for a final like a pool party. And for this, we get Superstar by Lupe Fiasco. I do not have that on vinyl, but I love it. It's a great song.
Great song, great artist. And they all free the titties to it.
They do. Free the titties. So,
free the titties. It's a movement.
I like Kick Push by Lupe Fiasco.
Oh,
it's a good song.
Really, you could just say Lupe Fiasco and you have me.
Yeah, pretty much. So it is now time, you would think I would say, to talk TJ's final. But no, let's get a word from our sponsor. We're all trying to eat better, but healthy breakfast doesn't have to be boring. Magic Spoon has the amazing flavors you love, but without all the bad stuff. And it's amazing as a midnight snack right before bed.
0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. That's only 140 calories per serving.
It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. And build your own box. Available flavors to build your very own custom bundle are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, cinnamon, cookies and cream, and my favorite, maple waffle. Now, Magic Spoon recently brought back their 2 super popular flavors, cookies and cream and maple waffle. Thank goodness. But they're back permanently. And when these flavors were first introduced for a limited time, they sold out extremely quickly. Now, I'm here to let you know you can get them again or try them for the first time. Why? Because they're delicious and indulgent.
Johnny, Magic Spoon has so many great flavors that I really enjoy, and even my kids enjoy them. We have the cocoa, fruity frosted, peanut butter. All these are really great combinations. They enjoy waking up in the morning and getting some Magic Spoon right off to start their day great before they head off to school. I think everybody listening should give Magic Spoon a try, or if you've tried them already, it's time to reorder. Let's get you some more Magic Spoon and get your day started right.
Hey, when I finish a podcast late at night, the first thing I'm thinking is not sleep. It's let me grab a delicious bowl of Magic Spoon before I go to bed.
So go to magicspoon.com/survivor to grab a custom bundle of cereal and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code survivor at checkout to save $5 off your order. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/survivor and use the code SURVIVOR to save $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this podcast.
Thanks for sticking with us through the ad break. Don't forget, for more exclusive Reality NSFW content, visit adfree.nsfw.com.
This episode of Reality NSFW is sponsored by BlueChew. Say it with us, BlueChew. BlueChew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get stronger and longer-lasting erections. That's right, we're giving away super hard dicks.
BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. BlueChew's tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of ED.
BlueChew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor offices, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. And the best part, it's all done online.
BlueChew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredient and strength for your prescription. Don't like swallowing pills? No problem here. BlueChew's sildenafil and tadalafil tablets are chewable. BlueChew's tablets are made in the USA and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy.
Hey, if you're looking to give that immunity idol to someone, or you don't want to be voted out of a crater, don't worry, BlueChew's got you covered. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information.
And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try BlueChew free when you use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew, BlueChew.com, promo code SURVIVOR to receive your first month free. And we thank BlueChew for sponsoring the podcast.
Thanks, BlueChew. Oh my God, I love BlueChew. It's the best. It does great things. And carb up. Oh, no. Oh, you can't carb up with Magic Spoon. No carbs.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you got that a little bit wrong there.
Yeah, the exact opposite of carving up. So do
But
not.
if you want to look like the carbs that Wes was eating, take a BlueChew and
Yeah.
pound salt.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, man. All right. So it is time for TJ's final. He comes in like Stone Cold Steve Austin on the four-wheeler. I was disappointed he did not have a cooler of beer, a couple Steve Weisers, Broken Skull Ranch IPA or lager, your choice. And it is time for TJ's final. He explains how the stars work and the stars equal points.
Yeah, but before we going back to the beer thing, honestly, you missed one. He should have been throwing out some good old sour plays. Oh
yeah, Johnny Sour Plays available at Three Notch Brewery in Charlottesville, Virginia, or wherever. God, I just found out that there's a place like 3 hours from here, like as far as you can get from me in Virginia, that has Johnny Sour Plays. So hey,
it's a good quality beer.
Yeah, or if you'd like a juicy IPA, not a problem. Go to Bolero Snort Brewery in New Jersey and get yourself a juicy Fairplay IPA. It's great, I promise. And hell, join us September 21st at Pinball Garage in Hamilton, Ohio, and you will get yourself a Jonny Fairplay's Dead Grandma Seltzer and a Bischoff's Beard IPA. So we're excited. Those will be available in cans September 21st for a free Survivor premiere viewing party at Pinball Garage in Hamilton, Ohio on September 21st. Okay, so we're happy with the points, or with the stars. It just equals points. They got 5 points, and that's it. Like, you had to have the most stars. No one, you don't get one star for 1 point for 1 star or anything like that. Just the top 2 getters.
Right. At first, I was like, oh, is 5 like too much? Like, is that like too much of a lead to give someone initially? But based off how they're doing it this final, I'm okay with it. It's a lead, but you can easily make up for it if you do well in a couple of ranks. Like, Wes is in the lead for the guys at the end of this episode.
I feel like I was actually scared that it wasn't enough. I was just like, man, that's a lot of fucking work for 5 meals. But it seems like they did the equations and they got it right.
Right. And what's good about this final is the one thing we always complained about was okay, we get it. It's supposed to be an endurance comp, but you're showing a lot of running that has no true stakes because the only stakes come when you have to do the checkpoint.
Yeah.
Now there's stakes to the running portion as you get points based off when you finish the running portion.
Yes.
So I enjoy that because now I am going to pay attention to see who's getting those points, who's coming in first, who's getting in last.
Yeah. So
because normally we don't worry about the running too much because they're just running for hours and hours, but now it actually plays a huge factor. And I also like the one-on-one matchups where you can go against someone, and if you win all those, you have a really good shot to win the entire thing.
Yeah. So no, I this might be one of the best or fairest finals they've ever done.
I think what's also interesting with it is based off how it's set up, it's not an actuality that everyone will be paired up with each other. You could have the opportunity to be consistently partnered with the same person. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
But I like that that's also an opportunity. It's like, oh, I want to keep working hard because I know I'll keep getting this good competitor next to me if I keep winning.
Versus I have to figure out when to use my, do I waste the person I really want to run with on this leg when that person would have been optimal for the next leg?
Right. Like, am I gonna run this? I know there's gonna be a bike portion at some point. Do I try to avoid having Mark on the bike portion because he's gonna break the bike somehow?
Break the bike every time. Yeah, but it seemed like everybody was pushing the bike. So
like eventually everyone was going to, because like Brad said, it was like they gave us a tandem bike
going uphill.
We were only going uphill.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
No,
I haven't seen it work like that ever before, so it's not going to happen now.
I will say we were deprived of having Tekken and Ayana on tandem bikes.
Oh. I just wish they were there for that leg, and that's hey.
They just pop out of the bushes, run that one part of the leg, and they leave. That's it.
See ya. I'm gonna go get a salad. So the race begins, and it's scored to "Let It Rock" by Kevin Rudolph.
I wasn't expecting this song to be on an all-star season, so it took me a little off guard hearing it.
All right, so who was the other Kevin? Was it Kevin?
Oh, was it Kevin Cash or
no? Kevin Gaines?
Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates. Yeah, Kevin Rudolph, equally as famous for a second and then so quickly forgotten about.
Oh yeah, he had like 2 songs and then.
Yeah. And this one, all right, so this is Let It Rock. Was Let It Rock with Kevin Rudolph and Lil Wayne a remix?
No, the main song had Lil Wayne and I think Jay Sean.
Okay, because I don't
think someone who flashed in the pan.
Yes. Oh, Lil Wayne, that's so mean.
I know. Tucci, baby.
You are not referring to Lil Wayne. So, all right. I don't remember hearing Lil Wayne in the snippet that we got. But
I don't think we got that. But it's the best part of the song.
Lil Wayne, yeah.
Like obviously, but
Once again, years later, we're not talking about Kevin Rudolph. We are talking about Lil Wayne. I like Lil Wayne was on the Masked Singer, and like they were hyping up that season of the Masked Singer would air after the Super Bowl, so it was like going to be the most viewership that it would have for the entire season. And the first person eliminated is Lil Wayne, who conveniently had an album coming out that Tuesday. And so it was just like, Lil Wayne was just like, can I be on? Can I be first eliminated? Can I be on after the Super Bowl and plug my album that comes out on Tuesday?
And they're all like, yeah.
Yeah. And
we're good with that.
That's all that happened. That guy had zero desire to be on The Masked Singer.
Hey, it's a payday.
Yeah, it's I mean, and great promotion for, I did not. I don't even know when last time I bought a CD. I buy records, and I'm pretty sure that did not come out on vinyl.
Not yet.
Probably not. No.
Yeah. I have no Lil Wayne vinyl, for those of you wondering. All right, so let's see. We learn here Jonny made it to every All-Star final. She's the only person that can say that. Yeah. Kelly has no points or stars, but she has heart. I'd rather have the points.
I would also rather have the points, but you know what? Good on her for trying to find a positive spin.
I do. I like the glass half full approach to this.
Like you need to have a half glass full approach. And I'm not saying like in that position. I just mean in general. Like you need to have that.
Yeah.
The confessionals would, but also sort of be funny. Kellyanne in a half glass empty. Because I don't think I've seen her in a half glass empty other than hating puzzles.
Yes. She does hate puzzles. Wes informs us that he is going to be so encouraging to whoever he's working with that they'll want to marry him, even if they already probably did.
I'm sure his wife was very happy to hear that.
Yes.
Well, he's learned maybe from his days of when he was partnered up with Casey. So...
Yes.
That was interesting.
So next we have Kayla in an almost all lace confessional outfit, saying that her fiance said that no losers were welcome back. Kayla, based on your confessional outfit, you are no loser.
Yeah. And if he thinks that, there's plenty of other people who will welcome you back.
Yes, she could be Eliminator right now. She's just wear that outfit. I have a similar outfit. Is that weird?
I think you should have her on the podcast and wear it.
Oh, both of us?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Match.
Right. Let's do what we can do. What's the time difference in the UK? So
I mean, you honestly still have time to do your quick change. You have done that on a podcast before.
I have. Well, I usually during the commercial breaks, so there's no more.
And I mean, usually he already has the Speedo on.
Yes. Thanks to my good friends at Noodle Bags. Check them out on Instagram at Noodle Bags with a Z, and get yourself a banana hammock for your pleasure or whatever. Okay, so it's time to run. This is how we do it, Montel Jordan. I don't think I've ever hated a song more. So I used to hate What's Going On by Four Non Blondes more than any other song ever. But I feel like I feel like it's done the rotation so to where now I might not even not like it. Like I think I like it at this point. This is how we do it by Montel Jordan. Hated then, hated now.
Yeah. It's sort of like it's a song.
It's an anthem for an era. I mean, so yeah. Anyway,
this is how you do it.
Yes. Mark was not made for running.
No, he's a Mack truck.
He's a gorilla. He's a Mack truck, but he is kind of made for running.
Yeah, like he did.
His legs can do more than what my legs can do. I run every day, and I don't have those legs.
I don't have that endurance.
What's that? Was that Lauren?
I said he definitely can hold his own, but yeah. I mean, the amount of running that they have to do for these finals is intense.
But still, I think he's got it. I think he's got the endurance. I mean, he's a machine.
I think it probably is like his weakest of his like of what he can do, but like his weakest isn't that weak.
Yeah. So it's time for our first checkpoint and what, build a raft and paddle around a buoy? Is that did I figure this
Yeah,
out?
and you're only competing against one other person.
Yeah.
If you beat that person, you get 5 points, and it also helps determine the next leg.
Yeah, and to build the raft, you have to put the wood planks in the correct order to spell All Stars.
Yeah, it probably says the challenge All Stars or whatever.
It did.
I didn't look.
Yeah, it did.
I was too busy watching how Nehemiah was using the paddle.
Oh my God, we will get to that. So,
Yes,
I think he willed it to work.
Yes, no, that's the only way that it did work was if he willed it, because I was the same way as Wes. I was just like, at first I didn't see it. Like I saw him doing that motion.
Yeah,
I was like, did he for some reason get a double paddle?
Yeah,
or double paddle?
Did he grab the paddle at the end of Brad's and just glued it and just stuck it on the other end? It was like, sorry, Brad. This was how mine was. I'm sorry.
It was like a stupid moment because I was just like, oh, did they have the option of like, oh, what are you like more like doing it both ways and sitting or standing and like
because if you're standing, you just do the one.
Yeah, but as we know, dude's a Zen master. So.
He willed it into existence to work. So Wes is out into the water first. Kellyanne is last to get in the water. Naya passes Jonny, pretty happy with herself. And yes, Nehemiah paddling with no paddle on the other end, and it works so much so much so he fucking wins.
And no one knows how.
He literally was flying like out of nowhere too, like caught up and then just passed everybody.
And I love the moment where like Wes is like freaking out about it, and it just cuts back to Nehemiah, and it's just like him with the small, like the handle part of it, just doing 3 attempts instead of 1. He's like, okay, now I can do the next stroke. But the Naya thing surprised me because we saw her not do well.
We saw her. There is a huge difference between a raft and a paddleboard, though.
Oh, I agree. And I also think it looked like there was a little bit of like a current or like an underbrush there.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would be talking out of mouth or like side of my mouth here saying like Naya is by far stronger than the other women.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to just straight power, Naya's going to beat you.
Yeah. So, but now I think the shape and the geometry and the physics of a paddleboard versus a raft was just completely foreign to Naya.
Mm-hmm. What's also foreign to Brad is taking the inside turn.
Yes.
That cracked me up. He's like, I don't know why my short turn is taking so long. And they cut to like Wes is literally blocking him. I'm like,
yes.
I'm like, oh.
That would explain the
But that's like typical Brad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. The love Brad, but I think some of that brain is like getting fed into the beard.
I think
that's
so.
What my point is. It's typical.
Is the beard a parasite?
Could be. I don't like it.
You know what? I did not like the slow motion of him drying out his beard before.
Yeah.
Before they started the final, I was like, oh, I would hate having that much around my face.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, that's all I think. I'm like, just think about how uncomfortable that would be just in life.
That was his COVID beard, right?
Yeah.
I almost not have one like that.
COVID is over, according to Southwest Airlines. I flew from Nashville to North Carolina, and they said over the PA, COVID is over, and everyone cheered. And I'm like, all right, there we go.
Well, I feel like he's doing what like some athletes, especially in the NBA, do, where like rookies will be coming into the NBA, and they'll be like, I'm not going to cut my hair until we win a championship. And then 7 seasons go by, they haven't won a championship. It's like, okay, I'm going to cut my hair.
Yeah, you got drafted to the Charlotte Hornets, sweetheart.
Michael Jordan was able to win as a player. He ain't going to win as an owner.
No. You would think people just want to hang, but I don't even think Michael Jordan hangs out at he's playing golf somewhere.
No, he's gambling.
He's
Both. He's doing both. He's gambling while golfing.
Yes. So Nehemiah and Naya in first, and so it's time for our second leg of TJ's final, and you have to run to a tandem bike. So for the running portion, these boots are made for walking, not the version that anyone would think that they would have heard before or appreciate or want to hear a second time. No. Jessica Simpson's version of these boots are made for walking.
It's all stars, baby.
What a callback to 1990s MTV. Jessica Simpson.
There you go. Yeah, hey, if we know anything about Pete, he loves finding something very obscure and like, I have a better version.
Yeah,
but we're going to use this one instead.
Yeah, this is the one. So good on you. So I the first time I saw Nick Lachey in Los Angeles at this bar, the Standard, and I was with some of my friends. He was with some of his friends, and we were yelling at him. He was like, "Are you wearing Old Navy tech vest? You put the V in Old Navy." Calling him O-Town and everything other than 98 degrees. So, but the last time I saw Nick Lachey, we were at this club. I can't remember the name of the club. Anyway, they played Mickey Avalon, and we had like a little dance off and high-fived afterwards.
Nice.
So yeah. So Pete, Mickey Avalon, make it happen.
Yeah. But they start getting to the bikes, and my favorite thing with people like this is like Kellyanne's just like, oh, which color should we pick? And Brett's like, I don't care. My leg is on fire right now. Just pick one.
That once again, the perfect pairing. At that moment, like the challenge gods intervene, and they're just like, who would be great on this leg together? Kellyanne and Brad.
I mean, they're gonna be great because they both can run well, but I honestly think at some point Brad's leg is just gonna burst because he just keeps complaining about like his thigh or whatever, and like you literally have a moment where Kellyanne now is having to massage his leg.
Yeah.
Well, more of like pounded out. It was more of a pounding than a massage, I think.
I mean, I'm sure Brad wishes.
I would explain a muscle spasm that I needed help with. Oh, it's a shame Kellyanne hates this podcast. So, oh well. Yeah. So once we get to the tandem bikes, we get Joyride by Roxette. I forgot how much I missed Roxette in my life. They had like 3 hits. So
that you know what, you don't hear of many that only have 3. So like
I mean, you have your 1-hit wonder, your 2. These are 3-hit wonder Roxette. So
yeah, and like Mark was just so thrilled with that song that he broke the chain of the bike.
Yes, he broke the pedal off last time. He has cursed when it comes to bikes and TJ's final. Oh,
yeah, we found the next pairing if they ever do another Rivals season. It's gonna be Mark and a bike.
Yes.
Everyone else gets an actual partner. He just gets a bike.
He gets a bike. So, I hope it's a good one. So, who wins this leg? Is this Wes?
Wes and Kayla win this leg.
Okay.
And then it's Brad and Kellyanne, Nehemiah and Naya, and then Jonny and Mark, who Jonny's now down on herself. Like, oh, I lost to Naya, now I came in last here because our bike broke. Like, is this a sign?
Yes, and I think it might be. All right, so that's 2. So we will have had 3 stages in TJ's final, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so based on the preview and the end of the episode, we have kayak.
Yep.
Eating.
/ overnight thing.
Okay. You think the overnight thing is going to be a challenge, or just
it could be. Sometimes
it might be similar to season 1 where they had to do the shitty eating in order to then go to bed.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to do back-to-back eating.
No, Alex is saying like
I'm saying
eat and then go to bed like after they're done eating.
Okay.
And then it'll probably be like one final race.
But it looks like the eating is happening in like the middle of the day, and by the time they get done with the kayaking, I feel like it's going to be the end of the day.
It will sort of be I will say these points are great. I'm gonna really hate it if it then leads to the next day being like, okay, it's a scramble to the yacht that has the money. Because you have the most points, you get a 30-second head start.
Oh.
I would hate if that is the outcome of these points, because
I don't-
only thing that always trips me up with point systems is like, if I wasn't doing well, but I finished the last leg first,
Yeah.
it's sort of like a bad edit where you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, well, okay, he finished first, but like,
Yeah. So the points meant nothing.
yeah. Or it's like, I got there and then you just have him sitting there because, oh, well, congrats, you still got third place, bud.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
No, I want it to where whoever has the most points, they are the winner.
That's it.
But in order to win points this round, they have to do a memory challenge.
Yes, it's stars and code. And if anyone was looking for help from above, thanks to Pete, we have Send Me an Angel by Real Life.
I think Kayla is more just like, send me the answer.
Yes.
I'm not going to win this against Jonny.
You can't cheat on this one because the other groups have a different combination than you, so you're alone.
Yes. So Wes again proves this is genius stuff, or as the kids say, 100.
And they don't say what they don't say 100 all the way, Wes. Come on, they say it ignorantly.
Yes.
100.
100.
But it's okay.
I don't even think they say that anymore.
No, it's I'm not gonna pretend to know what the generations beneath me say.
Yeah. I mean, I've been saying 100 for like 2 years, so there's no way that.
I mean, now it's all about cap. Like, oh, that's cap.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Like a
get ahead of the times, baby.
Like a cap on a marker.
Sure.
I'm so cap right now. How cool do I sound? And look, for those of you listening, not watching, I'm holding a Sharpie. That's right. I got a cap. Oh.
No cap, man.
Oh. Okay, so yes.
But hey, Naya's the only one who truly tells the viewer though how to figure out the puzzle. Yeah. And I appreciated that.
Yeah, the bottom one is different on each line.
Which I was thinking a similar thing. Like I would have been in Kayla's spot where like I'm good with memory, but that type of thing where there's so many things you need to be thinking about.
It's just obnoxious.
I would lose it. I would lose it like just like I don't know what to find. And the know now, like, oh, the common factor was ignore everything else, only focus on the bottom
star.
point of the star.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she wins. Jonny wins. I think Jonny beat Naya this time around in terms of timing.
Yeah.
And then it was Brad and Wes again.
Yep, Wes again.
Yeah, and that leads us as we go into that next stretch of running. For the women, Jonny's in first with 15 points. Naya has 13. Kayla has 12. Kellyanne, half glass full, 5 points. So we'll start with the women here. How are we feeling? I know, Jonny, you think this is Naya's story. Yeah. Naya's winning.
Yes.
Lauren, what are your thoughts?
I think it's between Naya or Jonny for the win at this point between the girls.
Yeah, I think Kayla is just like destined to at this point in time to still not win a challenge, but she's doing well. Like she has 12 points. She's not flopping in this final. I'm gonna go just the opposite of Jonny. I'm gonna say Jonny. I think the story is there to just be like she's the all-star queen and she's gonna keep that crown.
I'm for it.
And the only winner to be able to do that of all the previous winners, which would be a good story to tell.
I love the story, but I don't think that's the story they're telling.
Right. I think they're equally telling both, but you can make a good argument. Like you don't have to twist my arm to convince me that, they're trying to tell you that Naya's winning.
Yeah.
Okay. Then for the men, we'll go bottom up here. Mark, you're doing great, bud, but you have 3 points.
You're doing great.
Brad, you're doing okay, bud. You had 9 points.
Yeah.
Then the two best friends, Wes and Nehemiah. Nehemiah has 15 points and Wes has 18.
Oof.
Wes is still able to compete at like any level of these challenges. I remember when they announced he was going to be doing this, I was like, okay, I like that. But also at the same time, it feels like you're sending in like vintage Barry Bonds against minor leaguers.
Yeah.
Like
I didn't feel like this was the story they were telling, but I didn't feel like it was the story they weren't telling either.
I'm hopeful that we're getting that yes edit and we see Nehemiah take this crown.
I love that's the only thing I want this
because
point.
like I could also see Wes sort of being okay with that as well, and would be able to edit, be like, if I couldn't win, the best thing that could have happened is seeing my boy Nehemiah get this win.
Yeah,
I agree, and I do think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago where they weren't showing us too much of Nehemiah, so I was kind of like off that train a little bit, saying we're not getting his story. But now it's ramped up the past couple episodes, so I could see it being a possibility where it's Nehemiah's time.
Yeah, I hope.
I'd be all for it. We need the Black King, the Black Prince. The
like James Bond.
What was their alliance name?
The Palace. Save the Palace.
Yeah. The palace will be saved.
Okay. I'm for it. I didn't think they did a great job telling that story, but I felt like Nehemiah did explain it to the viewers. He was just like, look, I was just staying out of the bullshit, man. He was
I'm keeping my head down, nose clean.
Yeah.
If I get called out, I'll beast it out. Get me to that final. I want to win this time. I want to support my family and all these people that depend on me. And I will say, if he does win, I don't think they'll do it, but they should be playing Save the Palace as he crosses the finish line. But they won't.
They won't.
I don't think Pete will do that type of cut. They gave it to them last season, but it would pop me if that came on. Because they're going to find a different song that fits the moment. But I feel like that is the moment.
I think it's the moment too.
Pete, if there's still time, like wink, wink. We don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, don't put that in for if Wes wins.
It would not fit.
Honestly, that would pop me.
I would pop for it. I'd be like, holy shit, Pete, going against the grain.
We'll have Nehemiah saying, "Oh, Wes is actually a part of the palace."
Yeah, we recruited.
Okay, so prediction here. That we know there's a serious moment. We hear TJ say, "I'm sorry." Do we think like the other seasons, maybe after the overnight portion or before we go into the overnight portion,
we're losing a team.
We'll lose a guy and a girl. Ultimately, most likely Mark and Kellyanne, which is sad because we were both very high on both of them, Johnny. We were like, Mark's gonna win, go off to the sunset, become full producer,
full
cap
time
on.
Yeah.
Kellyanne will get her animal sanctuary.
Yes, thank God. Save.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, it's not. Oh. I feel like she's made enough to get a sanctuary at this point.
Probably has. Yes.
Yeah. So.
I mean, yeah, and I think in this day and age, she has the tools to make more money if she needed to.
Yes. So, and I feel like, I mean, fuck, you're on the challenge. You can get sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm Kellyanne. I wouldn't even have to pay for it. It would just happen.
Yeah. So, I agree. Yeah. It's going to be fun, though. We're going to get to the end of another amazing All-Star season. But as one ends, another begins.
Yes.
CBS Challenge USA starts next Wednesday, right?
It does.
Is it the 6th?
Yeah, it starts
after the Big Brother premiere.
Oh wow! So I don't know if we're gonna get a a prediction episode or not.
It may be a little hard to squeeze in, but that's okay, viewers, because next week, not only will you get CBS Challenge USA coverage, we'll also be starting up again the Big Brother coverage.
Yes,
with Brent.
Yep, Brent Walgamot and Bobby Goodsby cannot wait. I know they're ready. So
they got a good hiatus from BB Can. Had a good season there. Hopefully, we get another good season of Big Brother. But if you're not into Big Brother, we got the challenge for you.
There you go.
And then July 16th, the challenge South Africa.
Well,
Not the challenge. Sorry, Survivor South Africa.
Yeah, that's going to be coming up later in July.
Yeah,
4 episodes a week.
4?
Johnny's face.
It's not their choice.
Oh my God!
It's similar. It's a very similar story to the network saying like, we will play this, but you need to make this many episodes.
How many days are they out there for?
They're the standard 39 days.
Okay, so it goes by.
So it's going to be like not as long of like a timetable.
Yeah. So like you're just committing to like a month essentially.
Yeah, because I believe it's 20 people, 2 tribes, all no winners, 10 pre-merge people, 10 post-merge players, no one that has ever made a final tribal council. A lot of good characters, a lot of villains. It'll be very interesting.
I'm for it. Okay, fair enough. Oh my God, you just gave me a heart attack.
Well, as soon as you said 4, Johnny's like, wait, what did I get myself into?
And
I haven't officially signed up.
Yeah, and for the if you all love your international Survivor seasons, become a patron at Reality NSFW, where Jonny and Matt actually just did a interview with Luke Toki to recap the final episode of Australian Survivor 2019.
And I'll look back at the entire season of 2019 with the King of the Jungle, the People's Champ, Creepin' Luke Toki.
The only deep dive we'll be getting for a while.
From me.
Yeah.
Probably the only deep dive you'll ever get from me. So I just love Luke Toki. I didn't want to stop talking to him. So, and he had plenty of stories. So and apparently he got a GoFundMe. How great is that?
Oh yeah, I remember that story. I remember that coming up. I was like, wow. Hey, he's the people's champ for a reason.
Yeah, he's the people's champ. So all right, guys. Until next week. That's Lauren. That's Alex. I'm Jonny. Become a patron. Go click wherever you listen to this podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, anywhere. If you can rate or review, leave it. Please leave 5 stars. But apparently it doesn't even matter how many stars you do because it just affects the algorithm just doing something. But I mean, if you're going to do something, just do 5 stars, please. I mean,
have glass full mentality, people. If you like it, share it, let other people know about it. If you don't like it, don't say anything. You can move on.
Yeah.
Move on with your life.
Just
move on your life. Your life is fine.
But when it says write a review, just write great show. You don't no one's asking you to write like three paragraphs or anything. Just write great
you can just say, I'm not a fan of the challenge, but these hosts are amazing.
Yeah, and good looking.
I mean,
there you go.
Cap.
Sweet. All right, Cap. Ooh, Cap.
And I know I'm using it wrong too, but I don't care.
Perfect. And for more reality NSFW content, visit adfreensfw.com.